What's up, guys? Waiting for some people to get in here. So, I have someone sent me some information that the guy that just played Survivor, Alec, is requesting $50 per autograph.
Yo, what up, guys? Any of you Survivor fans out there that follow me, someone sent me all these high-res pictures. Here's what I'm going to do, because all of you guys are asking me to autograph pictures and send them to you. If you want an autograph picture,
Okay, here's what he's going to do for you. I haven't seen this yet. Somebody just sent it to me. This is what Alex from Survivor is going to do for you. I'm going to answer your questions, guys, when we finish listening to this. Well, we can even watch it together. So we'll do all that. Let's see what he says.
Guys, any of you Survivor fans out there that follow me, someone sent me all these high-res pictures. Here's what I'm going to do, because all of you guys are asking me to autograph pictures and send them to you. If you want an autograph picture, I have like 25 right here. DM me your address. You can send me $50 and your address, and I'll send you an autographed picture, and I'll put your name on it and make it out to you. And yeah, there you go.
$50. This guy is really requesting $50 for his autograph since he was so big time, right? Alex, he has his Vimo down here. You can send him $50 and he'll send you a picture. The big dog, Alex. You see, that's what's wrong with Survivor nowadays. You have people like Alex that wants to be this millennium now that wants to be famous through, I don't know, the Survivor, the Instagram and all that stuff, all that mess, whatever you kids nowadays do. So he wants $50. Vimo me $50 and DM your address, and he'll give you an autograph. I'll tell you what I'll do for you. The king, the fucking king of Survivor will do for you. You send me some information, I don't know, whatever you want signed, I don't care what it is. Send it to 117 CR 4532 Dayton, Texas, 77535, and I'll send you my autograph for free. For free, okay? This guy here. Not Alec. Whoever the hell he is. He will be gone and forgotten like a fart in the wind, okay? So now, I just wanted to rant real quick about that. So now I'm going to answer some of you questions. You guys got any questions? Hit me up. What you got? Because that really ain't worth talking about that much, you know. $50 for a has-been. That's just crazy. If you want to do something, call big establishments. See if they will bring you in, which they probably won't. But back when I played, they paid me 10 grand to go to casinos to sign autographs for free for people. The establishment pays you, not the fans. The fans don't pay you. That's not what this is about. You do that for the fans for free. Okay, do me and Rob still have beef? I don't have any personal beef with the guy. You know, he's never did anything to me personally outside the game. In the game, yeah, we win at each other, but that's in the game. But, you know, he hasn't fucked my ex-wife or fucked my girlfriend or slapped my kids around, so we're okay. I love you too. Miss Jackson. Oh, somebody asked me about the copyright going with the reaction to heroes versus villains. All they do, I tried to do a reaction video with heroes versus villains. Most of my reaction videos, you can check them out. It went through, but the one heroes versus villains, for some reason, I had a copyright that they posted. It took it off immediately. So they took that down. You guys didn't get to see that reaction because they took it down, but nothing happens after that. They just take them down. Like I'm about to be monetized and all that stuff. So everything good in the land of YouTube. So you guys that haven't followed me, follow me. I'll tell you guys what I got planned. I have a... first, you can see on YouTube that I'm building a tiny house. And I'm going to live in it. I'm moving it. I'm going to put cameras everywhere in it. And I'm going to do things. Bring my dates, all that good stuff. Well, anyway... after that, well, while I'm living in it, I'm going to build a tiny bus. And on the tiny bus, I'm going to travel. So I want to pick up other reality stars and we can travel together. And I'm going to have cameras all in the bus to where you can check and see what's going on. I'm going to travel the United States. And I'm going to meet you guys for free. Some fans are going to ride with me for a day or 2 to 3 days. It doesn't matter. To different destinations, and then we're gonna do it all on camera. We're doing it all on YouTube live, some just having fun. So I think it's gonna be fun to do it. So follow me, subscribe, like, so we can so you can find out what's going on. He does everything. What's up? Everything goes so fast on here. What's up, Billy? How you doing? How you doing? Chris, you probably can easily meet and ride with me because you've been a fan for a long time. So I'm okay with that. How do I feel about Tony? I think Tony had a excellent copy of my game. I think I created the blueprint, and I think Tony followed it exactly, but he had a better jury. That's my opinion on Tony. And I'm just chilling. Matter of fact, I'm in my son's room because it's quiet in here. He does all this. He painted this. It's like a green screen. So I'm just in his room chilling because it's quiet. Not gonna. This is why I just like to. Matter of fact, I watch the TV in his room and just hang out in here. It's peaceful. Do you have to be 18 years old? You have to be 18 years old to play Survivor, yes, and you have to be 21 years old to travel with me in a tiny bus because there will be drinking involved. My thoughts on JT. The thing is, guys, when you look at some things, when you look at some players that I made look stupid, JT, he won the game before. Tyson, he won the game before. Boston Rob, he won the game before. I've made, and these are great players. I'm not putting anything past them. What the move I made on Tyson, and JT used to be a great player. He played the game great. You know, those players are good. So I made some of the greatest players ever. I'm looking for my charger because I'm going low. Some of the greatest players ever I made look stupid. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever play again. I don't know what the deal is with that, but we'll see. Maybe. Survivor, if Survivor New Zealand called me, they'd have to write me a fat check. If they write me a fat check, then it would be a business decision. See, how did I convince? One question here is, how did I convince Tyson to switch his poverty vote, or his name, switch it to poverty? What I did was I used the Jedi mind trick. You guys don't know that I'm a Jedi. I'm a Jedi, and all you have to do is you use that on him. So I wanted Tyson to switch his vote to poverty. So what I did was I Jedi mind him. And guess what he did? He switched his vote for poverty without me even say, hey, can you switch your vote to poverty? Because I knew that wouldn't work. Tyson's too smart. He's too good a player for me to just go up to him and say, hey, man, switch your vote. Why don't you switch your vote to poverty instead of me? You know, I knew he wouldn't go for that. So I had to make him think that I was going to switch my vote to make him think, oh, let's just all vote for poverty then. That was my plan. And it worked. I have, Johnny wants to know if I have any interest in Big Brother. I have tons of interest. I would love to play Big Brother. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that I always wanted to play Big Brother. So Robin Cass, give me a call. I should be on the Celebrity Big Brother, right? I mean, it'd be a perfect thing for me. Do I hate Ralph? Guys, when y'all ask me if I hate people, I don't hate anyone, no one in my life, especially people that I play the game with. So when you ask if I hate, that's a strong word. Now, you can ask me how I feel about them in the game. Like Sandra's going to come on my podcast and we're going to talk Survivor. So people think that I hate her with a passion. We're going to have an adult conversation about the game of Survivor. That's going to happen soon. So follow, post, follow, like, all that stuff you're supposed to do. And check all that out. Katharina, hearts and kisses. I ain't get no kisses yet, but I got some hearts. I was going to go live. Guys, I'm going to go live a lot more. This isn't actually my phone. My phone is this phone, this piece of shit right here that's all busted up. And my contract's about to be up, about to get the new phone and all that stuff. So when I do that, I'm getting the big one, the big boy, where I can video and I can do anything anywhere I want. I can't go live on here because it's cracked where the damn, and yeah, why don't I get it fixed? But I just don't want to throw $150 into something I'm about to get rid of. It's cracked right on the camera. Right? I'm about to dye my beard too, so what you guys think about that? Think I should dye it? Think I should keep it like this? Now, I don't care. People could talk shit all they want. Hey, I like younger girls, 30 years old, 29, 28, maybe that's it. and I just want to dye it pink. I could dye it pink. If I dye it pink, that's going to be on, definitely going to be on a YouTube video. So I'm trying all this YouTube stuff. It's pretty crazy. Why did you let Willie go on and then... Yeah. I didn't let Willie go on. He did that. That was his decision. I don't let people do anything. I think, of course, Boston Rob... I'm surprised Boston Rob isn't hosting the show. Alec is asking me if I think he's going to play again. I think he's going to play again. He's loved by Jeff and them guys. The reason I'm not loved by them is because I don't follow their rules when it comes to obeying them. Now, I follow the rules of the game because I respect the game. If I was called to do Blood and Water, who would you... See, now that's a good question. The question's if I was called to do Blood and Water, who would I do it with? Now, it's a good question, but it's something I'd really have to discuss. Now, I would do that. I would do Survivor with Willie because I trust him. I wouldn't do it with Brandon because I think he would stab me in the back. I would do it, if you guys watch my show Flipped Off, I could do it with my brother. If I did it with my mom, she's getting a little older, but if I did it with my mom, I could tell you one thing. I wouldn't stab her in the back. I wouldn't ever put her name down, ever. That's another thing I'm going to do. I'm doing a YouTube video on the top 10 cutthroat moves. Now, the moves are cutthroat, not moves that gets, like Johnny Fairplay's move was, he cut throat, said his grandma died, but that was a brilliant move. I wish I'd have thought about it. Sari, how do I feel about Sari? I think she's an amazing player because her social game is so good. She's believable. No, don't die it. I've earned the gray. Yeah, that's for damn sure. But I'm probably going to dye it. I mean, I can dye it, see how it looks, and then let it grow back. It's not like it's going to stay forever, right? Okay, Chris, I'll message you later. I'm not following you, Chris. I have some autographs that I signed for someone. I got to send them out. Somebody sent me some stuff. But you guys, if you send me your You can get my address in this video. Just watch the whole thing. I say it. If you send me stamps and a picture of whatever you want signed, and I'll sign it for free. Free, free, free. When I do my bus tour, it's going to be, watch what happens. Watch what happens. When I do my bus tour, it's going to be like a whole TV show. You're going to want to watch it. I'm going to have dates in there. I'm not going to even turn off the camera. We're adults. We're all adults here. I'm a single man. I can do what the hell I want. Oh, I'd win a fire making challenge. No. Yes. Do I look like somebody that wouldn't win one? Yes. I practice that thing all the time at home. I sit at home practicing that. Like now, still. Yay, King Russell. I gave my address out earlier. If you guys want to check it out earlier, you can check that out. Bus tour will be, I would say in the summer of 2019, my bus tour. I got to get the bus. I'm going to do the whole thing. I'll probably finish the bus before I finish my tiny house. Because I want to get this going. I want to get the bus going. Bus tour. And then I can go pick up Shambo. You say I'm still in touch with Shambo, but I'm not. I can go pick up Shambo and we can ride for a week on a tiny bus live. Tell me that wouldn't be a hit. Plus, it would be fun as fuck. I could get some fans. I might fall in love. I look tired, guys. My eyes all red. I don't smoke weed, but maybe I need to start. 54 and single, baby. Yes. I'm 40 and single. 40 something. Katharina, you might be on that bus with me. Miss Jackson, come on the bus. Come on the bus. Come on, hit some likes, guys. We got 46 people in here. We had like 100 people the entire finale. I'm gonna do the Big Brother finale too live. It's really hard because I'm so busy I have a construction company. I'm building a home for somebody else, trying to build my tiny home at the same time. So as soon as I get time, and that would be fast because I'm almost finished framing this home up, I'm going to start working on the tiny house. Once I get in the tiny house, I'll be able to I'm gonna have cameras everywhere. I'm gonna be able to do this really easily. Celebrity Big Brother, yes. Stranded with $1 million too. I would like to do Stranded with $1 million. I don't think they'd want me to play that game. I don't know if I'd be as ruthless as Cody was, and pooping in their water stream, but I would be ruthless. You want to be on the bus, Wade? Hey, bus is happening. Once I start, this is what I want to do. Once I start the tour, what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably have sponsors. So we're going to fly. Let's say you live in, I don't know, let's say California. No, yeah. Let's say California from Houston. We're going to fly you from your home to the bus with the sponsors. They'll fly you to wherever we are at the time. Then you ride with me from that point to California, which it won't be a straight ride. It will be stopping along the way, seeing the beauties in the world, stopping at the famous dives and dines and trying different foods, different burgers, different restaurants, different bars, just trying different things like that, seeing scenery, stopping at reality stars' houses, knocking on their front door, just all kind of stuff like that. So once we get from Houston, we fly to California, we drop you off at home, right there, I drive you right to your home, drop you off there, and then fly someone else will be waiting for us at your home to drive to their home. See how that works? Lots of fun. Not a lot of people have the time to do that kind of stuff, but what I want to do is I want to start scheduling people in. Comment below here if you would be interested in something like that in the summer, and we could schedule you in to where you could be part of the whole thing. So just comment below, because when we are looking for someone, when we start scheduling, I'll go on this video, I'll check and see who's interested. It would be probably 2-3 days. The trip would be probably 2-3 days, and you got to be 21, and that's it. That's my dog barking at something. The beauties in the world. I mean, you know, just everything. Mount Rushmore, we need to go carve my initials up there. Just everything, you know. My dog don't bark just for anyone. He barking at somebody. If I ever was to come back to Survivor, would I change the way I play? Yes, of course. You gotta realize, when I played the game, I played 3 times in a year and a half. 3 in a year and a half. 2 within 10 days of each other. So I never seen myself play. By the time I realized how people how they get butt hurt so easily, then now it's differently, right? Now it's different. So you got to just be, I mean, got to be nicer, I guess. Nicer at tribal council. Those are the times you have to be nice. So I don't know, I'd still have to play how I play. I do what I do, but I would definitely, you see, the first time I played, they never said my name. You have one of the most aggressive women to ever play the game, Parvati. Think about this for a second. One of the most aggressive people to ever play. Crazy, strategic player. Never once did she say, let's vote out Russell. Never once. Matter of fact, the contrary to that, you would see her talking to Amanda once in a secret scene saying, I can't do it. He did too much for me. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if my social game was so bad, why didn't my own team ever want to vote me out? My first season, season 19. Nobody said, let's get rid of Russell. Just saying. Ask me something, Chucky. Ask me away. Flipped off, Robert, that's a long story. What happened to Flipped Off? But we were on the road to success. We had 1.8 million viewers. That's well than enough to get a second season per episode. But it's a long story. It's all about politically television type stuff that I don't have no control over. I mean, guys, do you think, if, let's say, I would have never looked for an idol without a clue. Let's say that never would have happened. Like Russell Hantz did not look for an idol without a clue. Let's eliminate that in the history of the game. Do you think that they would be looking for idols without clues right now? Do you think that they didn't do it for 19 seasons? 19 seasons. Then all of a sudden, everybody's doing it now. So if I didn't do it, do you think that someone would have thought about it by now? Probably not. Oh, what kind of shape I am now? Scott wants to know what kind of shape I'm in versus the first Samoa. I'm in way better shape than I was in first Samoa. But I just started a diet And when I get on diets, they're legit, and I lose 30, 40 pounds just like that. So because I want to look better when I start doing my bus tour in the summer, so and start doing random videos all the time, you know, you want to look better. So I started today, matter of fact. So I don't worry about that. I don't worry about that because I fixed that. Uh, no, let's see. I don't smoke crack. Crack is whack. Yeah, Canadians can play Survivor now. That's interesting. Kelsey, you want to be on the bus? Comment below. Got to be 21 because they'll be drinking. Yeah, I don't want to have to get parents' permission and stuff like that. So, so just comment down there. We'll once we get it all together, I'm sure we'll have a lot of takers to go on the bus. We will start randomly calling people and finding out who's really interested and setting up dates to go. My tip to being on Survivor. Now, if you noticed when you see people, now you may see some people that you may not think's hot, but she's missed this or missed that. So what they do is they pick people, the nerds that they pick. They're really nerdy, right? They're they they each person is a character for them. And this is how you get on the show if you want to play Survivor. Trying to get the things up. Each person is a character. They're not being prejudiced. They're not doing none of that stuff, but they categorize people, such as Cochran, nerdy, and then if they like, they'll do the cowboy. You know, the white cowboy. He has a cowboy hat on. He has the strong accent. The the bald guy. By the way, I created my own character. Before I played this game, you couldn't watch a TV show and have a short, bald guy. At that time, I was extremely overweight. That that takes over the show. So I created that character. Now you see that character all the time. I created my own little spot. So then you have the pretty girl, which is miss this or miss that. Then you have the gay guy, which is probably sometimes they're not like you would say flaming gay or nothing like that, but they sassy. You know that you have that person. Then you have the the big black guy like James. Uh, then you would or the big giants like they've had before. A few of them, huge people. You know, just stuff like that. And so what you got to do is you have to, whoever you are as a person, sometimes it's impossible to be on a reality show because you don't have what it takes, guys. You just don't have what it takes sometimes. But you have to, I say, drink 5 Red Bulls, do 3 shots of Jägermeister, go in there and do that interview. That's what I say. Because when you drink and then when y'all hyped up, you seem to talk more. They want to talk to the people. They want people that don't stop talking, that tell stories. Look at Coach, one of the greatest storytellers to ever play in any reality show. So, stuff, stuff like that. My tooth keeps bothering me. So you got to amp up who you are and go out there and play the game. I'm built like a stack of White Castle burgers. Hell yeah. You can't hate on that, can you? Right now I am. You guys, You just don't know. When you grab a hold of me in a challenge, you better be ready. Okay, let's see. Chris, you can get on the bus. I'm telling you. We're going to choose people. You got to watch the whole thing, Robert. We'll talk about the bus. I'm doing a bus tour, but a tiny bus tour where actually fans can ride with me. And we just go check out famous restaurants and stuff like that. I don't hate Cochran. I don't hate anybody. I don't even know Cochran. I don't think Cochran's a legend. I think that Survivor, CBS, is trying to make it to where Cochran's a legend. I don't know why the questions keep popping off of here. They won't come back. I don't want to cancel. See, I don't see any questions now. Okay, there's one. Do you think, who do I think is a legend? I think the legends are apparent. They're apparent legend. Like Rob's a legend, Sandra's a legend, Fairplay's a legend, Rupert, James, somebody's naming some people here. I don't know if you're naming legends, but these are legends. I think Kim is right on the borderline because she's played such a great player, played such a great season. Richard Hatch, of course. So the crazy thing is, the new players, they're not as they won't ever be to the level of the older players. Coach, I think, is a legend. Ozzy, I think, is a legend. Now, legends, you can't say, oh, this play. I heard Fair Play talk on his podcast, and he was like, him and whoever he was talking with, oh, this person can't be a legend because they played too many times. Listen, a legend is someone that your household talks about. See what I'm saying? After the season is over, 2 years after it's over, you're still talking about this person. James Clements, I think he's a legend. He was a two-time fan favorite. Me and him were the only two-time fan favorites. So you remember him, you see? When I say his name, you remember that. Ozzy, of course, he's a legend, whether you like him or not. Parvati, she's a legend. I think Parvati's a legend. Rupert's a 4-time player and he's still a legend. Regardless, if you like it or not, you can hate me. You can hate me, that's okay. But when you put your list together, your personal list together, who's a legend, then you have to say Russell. You have to. And Taylor, you could be right. There could be only 4 or 5 legends in the game. True legends. There could only be 4 or 5 of them. To some people, those are the people that you remember forever. When it is all said and done, the legends will be remembered in the face of this show 100 years from now. 100 years from now, when Survivor is just considered like the Sanford and Son or something. You know how you consider Sanford and Son a legendary show? Well, Survivor, I think, will be considered something like that one day. So who's going to be remembered? And you're right, Taylor. It's probably 4 or 5 people from that. Amanda is very close. I think, personally, Amanda's very close to legendary status. Francesca is a legend in her own way. Oh, I don't know if they're going to call me Hotel Morio. Tony is not a legend. I don't think Tony is a legend. That's me. Kobe, I hate that dude. Now, if there's anyone that I hate him in the game, when I say I hate, I know I say I don't hate people. I don't. When I say like that, gameplay wise, I don't like Kobe at all. And outside the game, he's probably the one I at least like the most, if that's even a statement. Natalie White is a legend. Come on now. Shambo. Who thinks Shambo is a legend? Because doesn't everybody that's what I'm saying. Doesn't everyone remember Shambo? Right? How could you forget Shambo? So does that make her a legend? Legends are people that's not forgotten. This guy that's asking for autographs, Alec, he's going to be forgotten. I already forgot. I don't even know who he is. I mean, I think I follow him on Twitter. I don't follow many survivors on Twitter. So, you know, he's trying to make the best of what's going on. But, man, you shouldn't be charging people $50 for autographs. Just come on my bus with me. Come on my bus with me. We'll do a Vimo thing right there, whatever, for gas and all this stuff if we don't get sponsors. And whoever comes with me, they'll probably get half the proceeds. Well, they got something now. You can be live. You can be live. You do things live, and they put money in. You kids think of all kind of things. So, Rudy. I think Rudy's a little too old, Mark. But yeah, he could be in the argument for sure. Legends are Hatch, Sandra, Amanda, Rupert, and Parvati. Yeah, I mean, those are big names. What's the earliest season legends? If you were going to say the earliest that within the last 10 seasons or so, who would you, Malcolm? See, he's just not a good player, but maybe. I guess he could be in the argument for sure. Tiny Bus is going to be awesome. And if any producers or anything hearing this or watches this, the Tiny Bus thing, we don't have any producers with it we could use. We don't have any sponsors right now. If whoever watched this as a sponsor, you better jump on it while you can. Because I'm telling you, it's going to be a big deal. I bet you people start doing it after me. Wentworth. Wentworth's about to play again. I guess it's depending on how she does, you know. She could screw that whole thing up. Because last time she played, she did an outstanding job. Spencer? Ty? Maybe. I mean, these are popular players in the last... You see, these are popular players in the last 10 seasons. But are these people as popular as people like Coach? You know? Or Sandra, or Rob, or me? Jerry's a legend. Jerry's most definitely a legend. She may be the first woman that I would say, besides Sandra, only because Sandra's two-time winner. You have to put her there. But it would be Jerry next. You love Survivor so much. Sandra's definitely overrated, Taylor. But that doesn't mean that she's not a legend. You see what I'm saying? It's okay to not like the legend. But you can't... It's almost like politics. Either side, Republican or Democrat. We're not going to get into that. But if someone's doing something right, you have to respect that. I've respected things from Republican presidents and Democratic presidents when they do the right thing. So rather you can't hate on it. Now you may hate me, but you can't, if you think, if you want to argue the fact that I'm a legend and you're arguing with somebody that I'm not, I'd have to say you're full of shit. Your whole list is ridiculous. If you make a list and you don't, I mean, it might... Am I being too much saying that I deserve to be on everyone's list? I think so. I mean, I think I had one of the greatest performances in the history of the game. And you see that I worded that differently. I didn't say that I was the greatest to ever play the game. I said I had one of the greatest performances in the history of the game. It's like saying, it's just exactly like saying somebody ran for 100 yards in football, passed for the same person, same game, passed for 600 yards, rushed for 2 touchdowns, passed for 4 touchdowns, and never won the championship. He's a legend, all right, because he broke all kind of records in a single season. And he's one of the greatest players to ever, one of the greatest performances to ever play. But he didn't win the Super Bowl. You see? Same thing. James or Jordan? Gotta go with Jordan. Gotta go with Jordan. James is chasing championships. I know we're talking about a different subject here, but he's chasing championships now. Jordan stayed put, and he got his championships where he had to get them. I was robbed. I feel robbed all the time. Y'all, if you haven't subscribed for this channel, please subscribe. And check it out. This is really me and my son's channel. He talked me into doing a YouTube thing, so I kind of ran with it. And he's mostly behind the cameras. He's at his mama's right now for the holidays. But he's usually behind the camera. You see, the good thing about this, guys, is when you guys come in and start watching, it stays. Like we started it with, I don't know, 40 people. Then I was taught this when I did my show Flipped Off with A&E. This is how they judge television shows. When the show starts, you watch the show, you check it out, and at halftime of the show, 15 minutes into the show, when the show is almost over, that's the number that matters, because that means people that started stayed, and when it gains numbers at the last half of the show, that means that the people didn't only stay, you gained viewers. So you can get, let's say you get 100,000 viewers in your 100,000 viewers in a TV show, and that's terrible, terrible. But by the end of the show, you had 200,000, which is still terrible. The whole key is they would be like, man, not only did we keep the ones that started watching, we gained another 100,000, and nobody left. They watched the whole show. So I kind of view this, we started with 50. We never lost anybody. Matter of fact, we're gaining people, 52. I don't know. It's just how I look at things now when I do things like this. Yeah, YouTube is the thing now, I guess. What do you think should have won between Poverty? Poverty should have won that season. I should have won the season, but Poverty should have won between them two. Sandra did nothing, guys. She did nothing. Nothing. I played with her. I know. I seen it. She was falling on her face. When I said one time, she can't even walk. She can't even walk straight without thinking. And then she falls on her face. They show her falling on her face. That's because they were proving my point. Do you think, who do you think better, Russell Hanson? You asking me who I think is better? I know I'm better. Yeah, he won a season, but he ain't had any. His performances ain't near as good as two of mine. Another thing you can judge people on the first time they play. Check out the first time they play, guys. Rob barely made the merge the first time. I don't know if he made the merge. I know it was questionable. I don't know if he made it or not, but I don't think he did well. Poverty, Jeff Probst was openly said that Poverty would never play the game again the first time she played. So check out the first time people play. Then you can judge. Right. Sandra said she was against me. That was her strategic plan the whole time, heroes versus villains, and she still. They awarded her when her strategic plan never worked. If that's not a bit of jury, I don't know what is. If I had a chance to choose a location, man, I keep moving the camera because I keep losing it. But damn, I gotta keep pushing my finger on it to keep the letters, the questions up. Uh, what was the question? Oh, if I had a chance to choose a location next time, what would it be? I'd like to go back to Samoa. I know they play in Samoa a lot, but I'm the king of that island. You know, go back where it all started. I'm getting some questions on Sari a lot. What's up with that? Yeah, Sari's a great player. I think she's a good social player. I don't consider Tony a legend because of what he did last time. I know I just said the first time he played, Tony's whole gameplay was my gameplay, and then the second time he played, he runs in the woods like he's some kind of maniac, some kind of crazy deranged llama. So it's like, what is this strategic player doing? I didn't get that. Oh, there's my son. My son's on right now, watching us. He's the one that's doing all the stuff, doing all the he helps with the camera and stuff like that. Once we do more and more, we're gonna get this is gonna get more and more intense. We don't have the right cameras. We don't have nothing. We don't know how to edit. We don't know how to do shit. But we're learning. I know nothing about computers, guys. I wasn't, I'm in the old school, I guess. So he knows more about computers than I know. I think they should. Somebody's asking if I think they should go back to more locations. I think it would be great if they did that. But the reason they're not, oh, I'd love to go to China, by the way. But the reason they're not is because it's way too expensive. They're not making the money. They're making huge money, but they're not making the money they used to make. You think Mick? No, that was only he was. I don't think Mick would ever. They did like a little thing where he said he was worried, but I don't think he ever would have pulled the trigger. You see, that's why I chose who I chose at the beginning of Samoa, because I made sure that I chose the one that wouldn't vote me out ever. You try to pick that personality that you can make sure that you can keep control of. So we're gonna do all kind of things to the channel. We're gonna fix the we don't even really have a name for it. It's connected with my podcast, the Russell Hantz Show, but that's about it. Yes, Tony won because Wu made a very dumb decision. I don't understand that. Wu had that in the bank. He had the money in the bank already. Wow, that blew my mind. Uh, Tom Westman. I don't think he's a hero in real life. Yeah, he's a fireman, but I'm not gonna go there. I'll just keep it at that. CB Money. What is that? I do great if you were new players. I think they should do new players a lot, like a lot. You guys get the chance to play, and then bring in players like every once in a while. They just do it too much now. Yeah, I definitely need somebody to go on the bus, Dr. Vaughn. I definitely need somebody to go on the bus and get it all started. Maybe my first trip, get it all the kinks out. I'm gonna have a Mac, of course, and then all that stuff. If I can get it all started, then I can. Hopefully, everybody that goes on the bus knows a little bit about the editing process. I know nothing. I've only got invited to go to one finale, and that was when Brandon was on it. So, trailer's going good. Trailer's going good, but I got to do my third episode. So, you guys check out the third episode. Uh, it's coming up pretty soon. I haven't. Somebody lost their home during Hurricane Harvey, and right now I'm framing in the entire house. So I've been busy with that lately, and it's been raining, so that's been messing me up. Brandon should not play on. I don't think that that's even a real question. Should Brandon Hance play on Survivor Legends? Is Brandon a legend? We got an old porn star up in the house. Peter North. You're an old porn star, man? That must have been an exciting job. My favorite season was coach's season. What was that? So it's with a T. I'm sure you're gonna tell me in a little bit. Coach's season, because I thought the character that he became, the Dragon Slayer, was amazing. That's why they had a king. Can't have a king without the Dragon Slayer. I took a little bit from his book, to be honest with you. Brandon's not. No, I guess that's what those no's are. Tocantins. My favorite winner. Uh, it's hard. It's really hard for me to watch, and that whole winning process is the hardest for me because I worked so hard to get it, and uh, and I never did. So that whole process, the whole winning thing, watching them, counting the names. If I ever played again and won that game, it would be, I don't know, man, it would be, I think it would be a pretty touching, emotional a moment for me and my family because we've lost so much. My family's lost so much because of Survivor. Personal stuff, physical stuff, doesn't matter. Token Sheens. My favorite challenge in Samoa was the challenge where I beat Brett at the end of the game. The hardest challenge that was holding up that pole with the thing on it. And I beat him twice. That's another story, but they made us do it all over again after I won once because of something, and I beat him again. But the hardest one was the very first challenge in Samoa. I couldn't believe it was so hard. That damn big old block of wood was so damn heavy. The biggest idiots. Ralph for sure. That dude was clueless. I'm pretty good at this game too. I found the island first second I was here. Like he says this in front of everybody. My favorite tribal council, my personal favorite tribal council, was the very first idol played that was stolen from me, which is crazy, but right out my own house. But the very first idol that I played when we voted Kelly out, it was like I just hit a grand slam in the World Series. It was a moment that just it's hard to. I'll never feel like that again. I don't think even if I played again, that was just that was the moment. Nobody knew I had the idol. I faked ya. Yeah, that's what he said. I faked ya. Um, they asked me if I think the challenge at the end of the season was made for me. Uh, I don't know about that because the third time, maybe they wanted me gone the third time I played because that challenge sure wasn't made for me. Going through all the obstacles, it would be more of an agile type of person the third time I played. I thought it would be more of a strength, physical challenge, and it wasn't. So they don't, I guess maybe they sway the game however they want sometimes, but I don't think they do that for me. Is there stuff that CBS has under contract you can't talk about? I can talk about anything. I'm not under contract with CBS, and even when I played the third time, I wasn't under contract. I made sure anytime you see me on TV, you better believe I'm not under contract. I'll make sure of it, or I don't do it. I can't because I'm not gonna mess up something else. Ralph looks like he smells bad. Not nice, Taylor. My last girlfriend was named Taylor. The worst challenge I took part in. Hmm. The worst challenge that I ever took part in. I mean, that first one from Samoa was the hardest, and I was throwing up afterwards. I couldn't stop. My stomach was contracting. It was crazy, uh, and I didn't want to do that again. So if I had to do that, I would pass on that one for sure. Oh, worst challenge I ever took part in besides that is the eating challenge. I cannot stand nasty foods. I looked tough when I was doing it, but trust me, it was rough. I didn't want a big bad Russell throw up. I mean, like that, yeah, you throw up after challenges. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But not eating food. I can't do that. I have dreams that I'm still in the game sometimes. Yes. I just had a dream last night. It was something about the game. Oh, I had a dream that I couldn't get my passport. I was heading to the game, was going to another game of Survivor, and I didn't have my passport, and it was about to be done. Like you have to get it now, you have to fly out, and Caitlin, she takes care of all that stuff for CBS Survivor, and she was trying to get me a passport, and then I woke up. So I dream about it every once in a while. Ben from Samoa. My thoughts on Ben from Samoa is once he went there and started playing that card, that racist card. I couldn't stay with him, man. I wanted to play with him, but once he went there, I had to step away. I think CBS Money's asking or saying he thinks that newer players are less bitter because of Massey. I used to say that people are going to watch me lose. The same people that's sitting there watching me lose in this bitter jury, they're going to end up by playing the game. I wish I could find these clips. And when they play the game, they're going to make sure that they're not bitter. I used to say that all the time. So I think that people actually won the game. People like Tony actually won the game because of me. I mean, is that far-fetched? To people watch it and see me lose and saying I would never play like that, and that person that's saying I would never play like that is actually playing now. Matter of fact, Spencer said that. He was the ones that said that exact thing. My worst day on the island. These are pretty good questions. Worst day on the island. Oh man, my worst day on the island was when I won the challenge. Oh, I didn't win the challenge. Me and my ex-wife was doing the challenge, and and we came so close. We were second because I looked at everything. We were the second place. Jerry actually won it, and we came. My bucket started moving when we was running to the water and throwing it, and Kobe was screaming and hollering at his brother, and we were just staying steady. Me and Melanie, my ex, and I was throwing it in the water. She was doing a great job catching it, pouring it in. We came so close, but when Jerry didn't pick me, I was pissed because I was starving. I wanted to spend time with her. Even though I don't like to bring those kind of emotions in the game with family, it was there. She was there. So since she was there, I wanted the best of it. For her too, not just me. The Kelly blindside was amazing, but I think your best move was Tyson blind. Now, the Tyson blindside was that it showed. I think that Kelly blindside was amazing for me because it was the first time someone used an idol. It was more exciting. I mean, the Tyson blindside was too, but the Tyson blindside was more scary. Right? Because I wasn't sure if he was going to change his vote or not like I wanted him to. So when I play big. You know, every time I play big. You got to play big. And some of the things that worked for me, you know, they may not work for other people. And sometimes they don't work for me. I just played Australian Survivor. Tried to play a big move right off the bat. Didn't work for me. So those moves could have easily not worked for me. JT's move with the idol. Think about it. It's a brilliant move. Brilliant. If it would have worked, it would have been one of the greatest moves in the history. It's almost like love and hate. There's a fine line between a terrible move and a brilliant move. Between the worst move in history, JT, and one of the greatest moves in history could have been, if it would have worked, JT. So he went from hero to zero just like that. If I'm gonna play again, I don't know if I'm gonna play again. Something I have to discuss. I mean, do they really even have villains anymore? You know, they just have mean people. Like that girl that made that fake idol and gave it to the girl that she already knew was gonna go home. What is that? I don't do stuff like that. I make sure that I'm doing everything for a reason. What was that? Go big or go home, baby. That's what I say. I'm sorry I'm shaking. I even have a thing I could have my phone. It could be on a little stand. I just decided to do this while I'm laying here chilling. Who's JPB Production? Shout out. What do you do? What's your productions? What are you producing? What makes it? I said the whole legend thing. What I think makes a Survivor legend earlier, but it's ultimately of their household name. Yeah, Angela. That was just a terrible move. Yes, that was a game-changing move. JT giving me the idol. JT belonged on Game Changers. Now, that was a game-changing move. It was, but it just didn't work for him. That whole thing with Game Changers confused me because They had so many people that wasn't game changers. And I'm fair. JT was a game changer. Yes, Sandra's a game changer. They belong there. But they had people that was like voted out real early, or I didn't get that. Oh, you do Survivor content. Okay. I would say your real name, but I can't pronounce that. I'm not going to make myself look stupid, even though I do that sometimes. Game changers. Who's a game changer? I mean, that person, that first person that found idols without clues, yeah, that guy. Because everybody does that now, right? This is my Hans Tanker and hat, one of them. All right, guys. Well, I'm about to wrap it up. Been on here 66 minutes. We got 61 people. Don't forget to subscribe, like, so this will pop up when I go live. We're going to do some crazy stuff. I got a date coming on. I'm going to be live on my date. She don't even know yet. So, in my dates, trust me, there are no slouches. That's for damn sure. I clean up pretty well, even though I look all rugged right now. So, check it out. Subscribe, like. Oh, we got 60 people and only 29 likes. Bye. Bye, Felicia. See y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Happy New Year. And don't forget to subscribe, like, check out what's going on. I got some exciting things that we got going on that we're going to be doing on this channel. And check it. The bus is coming. You on the bus. If you want on the bus, let me know. People dislike. You know how they are. Haters. All right, guys. See you later. Talk to you later.